all, I would like to thank Ramesh Tumu, Hari Tota, Arjun, and Rajesh, and the entire team of APTA for bringing all of us together this evening. Just a little brief introduction about me. My name is Dharmender Varada. I hail from, I was born in Vijayawada, studied in Loyola College, Vijayawada, went on to do CA in Chennai. After qualifying as a chartered accountant, I used to work for a couple of audit firms, including PricewaterhouseCoopers. So I worked for PwC Chennai and then PwC US in the New York office. After I moved to the US, that's when I see a lot of information technology boom that's opening up a lot of opportunities for people who move to US. So I learned a few IT technologies and then wanted to become an IT professional. But fortunately, one of my friends has an IT consulting business, learned a little bit about the business, worked there for some time and started my own IT consulting business in US within 18 months from the time I went to US. Just after starting the IT, I moved on to quick service restaurant business, started a few Dunkin' Donut restaurants. And then I always wanted to come back to India and settle down here, mainly to be close to the roots. I always respected and valued our traditions, our culture, our heritage, and mainly the family system. So it was the family that drove me back to India more than the success that I was enjoying in the US. Luckily, I had my younger brother, Amar Varada, who is a past president of IT Serve, which is an organization of all the IT companies in the US. He was there for me to help me venture out, like how just Subbu Kotagaru had mentioned, you always need somebody in the family to secure or to pay for your bills or to secure your risks. Yeah. I'm fortunate, I think Subbu Garu is also from Vijayawada and I'm also from Vijayawada and we have a lot of things in similarity, be it in the IT or be it in the restaurant business. So that's how I diversified into real estate from IT to the restaurant business. I moved back to India in 2005, got into retail business. But then whenever I used to visit US, I used to see a lot of difference between the way we live in India, the type of homes we live, and the lifestyle we lead. One of the trips I stopped over at Dubai. Between the 3 to 4 years of time, between from a previous visit to Dubai and the subsequent visit to Dubai, I could see a huge transformation. The way they built the Palm Jumeirah and the way they built the entire mini city on the ocean, that's when it really fascinated me to think about real estate as a business or as a business that a person like a chartered accountant or somebody with an IT business can really look into. Till then, I used to think real estate as more of a brick and mortar business, which, something like the white-dressed politicians or goons only can get involved in, and you need to manage a lot of things, dirty things to be in that business. But then looking at the way how an educated and a professional person can make a difference in that business, I started getting into real estate business. Gradually from my IT and the restaurant business that I have in the US, I put more and more time into the real estate. I understood that that's a very growth-oriented business. And for those of you who are really into some business, it is always advisable to have a second business that could increase your wealth and create more wealth. By putting in your savings or your profits into some other business. What all money I made in my IT business or other businesses, I put into real estate. And the growth in terms of wealth that I got investing into real estate was much more than what I used to really make putting my money back into my own businesses in the IT. Like somebody had asked a question, like pretty much majority of our community people, we all build businesses and plateau after a certain stage. It's definitely, I could see that too. When I started my IT consulting business way back in 99, December, uh, many from our community are not so connected to each other. And there is no APTA at that time. Only thing that was there was TANA and later ATA, and we're all left out. We do not know where to get support, where to get guidance, where to really do the learning that we all need. But lucky today we have APTA with so many different associated services. I wish if APTA was there in 99, 2000, I would not have slipped down from the IT. I would have definitely scaled up much more in IT rather than for my bigger desire to come back to India and to look for something in India. I could have stuck to the IT and many more things that we could do in IT. So this definitely is a good platform. Though this is my first meeting, I've been watching how APTA is able to help to discuss, deliberate, and to collaborate and do many more things for everyone in this room who is aspiring to grow can really draw a lot of learning from this platform. And just to answer that question about how one can grow from a certain stage of you growing up to a 30 employees or 50 employees or 100 employees company, many of us then look at selling the company, making a fast buck, and then start enjoying that money. And even today's topic, I was literally little taken aback to see the topic being how do you build a company and then exit. I really wonder why one should think about exiting the business. If you're exiting, then it is an opportunity to somebody else. If there is an opportunity, why not we look at retaining that business and see that opportunity that the company that wants to acquire you when you want to exit, and then build it upon that. Yeah. A close friend of mine, he too was in such a situation. He did not know where to drive his company forward after he reached a certain comfort stage. It's mainly to do with the comfort stage. Once you start making little money, millions of dollars and all, you see you get comfortable. And then your drive kind of fizzles out there. That's where you need to have, there are some consultants in the US called business coach. Yeah, they coach you. They coach you to take your company from where you are to where you really want. Yeah, they keep driving you. The moment you lose the steam and the heat within you, you need somebody else, some external force to keep pushing you forward, to keep driving you, to keep filling you back with that steam. And that within your organization, you don't really, there's nobody to question you. So once you're a boss, once you're an entrepreneur of your own, reach a couple of millions of dollars of business, then there's hardly anybody that you look upon who would question your work, your performance, your depleting drive. So that is where, if you have a business coach, I think he would constantly keep telling you, this is what you are supposed to accomplish within this quarter, within this month, within this year, and so on. So that's where I think we should all, from our community, also look at not looking at exiting after we create some value and trying to realize that value. I won't say that it is a bad idea to exit and to really encash whatever wealth you created. But then what I would say is look at even a bigger picture and look at how you can have the business to yourself and also generate some or encash some wealth out of that and yet not lose the ownership. Coming to real estate, you all know how the Indian economy is growing, and real estate is growing much more faster than the inflation, than the economic growth. The returns in real estate is very high. It's just two cents from my side for those of you who are looking at real estate. Yeah, it is the second largest contributor to the GDP and second highest employment generator, both direct and indirect. If you look at the CAGR, it stands at 25.8% of compounded annual growth rate, which is a very good growth rate. And if you look at the market value, it is a $0.33 trillion. It has got a $0.33 trillion of market value, and it is very likely to touch more than $1 trillion by 2029. So there's a huge scope. There are different type of asset classes that you can get involved, not just the residential, not just the commercial, warehousing, hospitality, tourism. There's several opportunities. So for those of you with a successful business, with a successful profitability, try to park some of your funds into real estate, and yeah, that will definitely create much better wealth and give you a better alternative whenever the core business that you are in is kind of getting into recession or some new technologies affecting that business. And the reason why I also looked at an alternative business from the comfortable staffing business, we were one of the 100 fastest growing companies in Philadelphia. We were a Section 8 company in Philly, and we really rode the tide very fast. But then we saw 2, 3 cycles. There was 9/11 that hit the business. Then there was immigration-related issues. So we were always skeptical where this is really going to take us. Being a very hardcore staffing business, we were not a product-based company. We were not, and I'm not a techie guy, but I'm a businessman. Like the same business skills helped me really to build this business in real estate also. So even if you are not a technocrat, you can get into real estate business. It has a very short turnaround time. You start a project, complete it in 18 months, you see the profitability, and then start another one. In the next project, you can be very creative, come up with really nice designs and something very innovative, and that will satisfy your entrepreneurial skills also to explore without any monotony in what you do. And for those of you who really want to get into real estate, there are organizations like CREDAI. I'm the president of CREDAI Visakhapatnam chapter. I was the zonal secretary for the 5 southern states, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala, Karnataka for the last previous 2 years. I have learned a lot as to how one can grow in this real estate business. Right now, I'm doing a project in Vizag, and I'm launching one more project in the next couple of months. It's going to be one of the biggest projects in Visakhapatnam. Fortunately, my partner is also from our community. So once that is launched, we will have one of the biggest projects in Vizag from our community. So this is just a little background about me, about my journey from IT to quick service restaurants. And I have a couple of retail outlets also here. I'm into hospitality business a little bit. I have a convention center in Vijayawada. But of all the businesses, real estate is really dear to me, and it has a vast scope for growth, good returns, and good scope to try your entrepreneurial skills and your appetite to do whatever way you want in a new thing. In every 2 years, every 3 years, you can try something new.